Hey everyone, welcome back to Play Casket with your host, Paraka the Goblin.
And Ghost, your co-host.
This week of your turn, we're actually kind of doing a couple of weeks since we actually missed out on one. A lot of holiday explosions and shenanigans. We're having fun. So, our freedom was amazing.
Please forgive me. This place is so weird. I gotta toggle this.
I will not forgive you. It'll be cringy, and I will make fun of you.
Okay.
You can't stop it now.
Okay.
So we're gonna cover a couple of things. It actually happened right around the time we were supposed to actually cover the Nintendo Direct. So we actually had a little extra week to kind of chew on a lot of the stuff that got announced and kind of have more of an idea of what's going on. So we're just gonna go ahead and start with that first. So a couple weeks ago, Nintendo had a little Direct Mini and just announced a bunch of like third-party games. So their stuff wasn't actually in it. So kind of cements my theory that they had to heavily edit a lot of their stuff for E3 because stuff got canceled and they're kind of arranging that. So I think that's what happened. And they decided to edit some stuff into a third-party one. And I think probably in a couple weeks we'll probably see something of a traditional Nintendo Direct later. And I think that's why they did that separate Xenoblade 3 as well. So was there any highlights of the original one of the Direct that you were excited about?
Oh, so many ports. It's awesome. I love it.
So many. Port everything.
Yes. I was surprised Nier Automata was coming, and
Booty.
yeah. The funniest shit was this was everybody's giving Square Enix crap about we could port Nier Automata, but we couldn't get Kingdom Hearts on there.
that and I think there's a legal thing, and I actually think when they start porting the Kingdom Hearts to Korea, I think is when we'll probably get the physical edition of it, and we'll probably have one that's a all-encompassing. I just think they were lazy. Like, the way they described it was lazy. The way they were like, it's because the polygons are hard baked into the polygon supernodes.
No, Square just wants you to buy it twice.
Yep, basically. Or just control it. Just control it so you have to buy it on a new system later because you can't play cloud version of Switch on another cloud version of something else later.
Well, if we get lucky, maybe the license is transferable to the Switch Pro.
That's never going to happen.
Buy it twice.
No, that's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Let's all be right. You're going to have every digital game. They're going to have a different version. They're going to call it Nintendo Switch Edition. They're like, well, we can't port Nintendo Switch Edition. It's because it's not on the Nintendo Switch. It's on the Switch Pro. So you get this Pro Edition. It's going to happen when there's no other means to buy that game. Like when we go into like streaming and stuff, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's just. Obviously, a lot of people have experienced that with the Kingdom Hearts, and I'm glad everybody is on board with the fuck the cloud nonsense. But not actually fuck cloud.
Well, I remember they were making a meme about, like, look how bad it is, and it was even worse.
Yeah.
Like, you play connection lost.
They did that with the other cloud version of something. Like, it was a red-haired woman, like, Convergence or something like that.
Well, they're making a joke of it, and then when they actually had a chance to play it, it was even worse.
Yeah. Way worse. It was way worse. But Nier Automata is getting a physical edition too. What's wrong with you, Square? What like do you well, maybe it's more Disney too. Disney's probably pulling that crap too.
Yeah.
Cuz Disney's heavily involved in it, so yeah.
We hate you.
They're like, I'm sorry about Life is Strange as a requirement, so here's some booty instead. And they're really like, okay, we forgive you. But for me, is there any other like highlights you wanted to mention at all? Like at all?
I don't know, Monster Hunter. But funny thing is, I don't have anybody to play with right now, so it's on my back burner. Ow. It's okay.
Fuck you.
It's okay.
All right. Well. I'm actually, like, it was actually kind of interesting, because we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, about Klonoa and such, and I believe that Namco, with Klonoa's little port, which is now available for anybody who likes that series and stuff, or, want to try it and find out what the hubbub's about, give it a go.
Woohoo.
But, I think, like, the whole idea of what they were doing is I think they were looking at,
Whoops.
like ways to like they only have Dark Souls that's like a consistent seller for them right now, and I'm pretty sure after they saw Elden Ring, like, well, we're gonna have a hard time topping this with a Dark Souls 4, which I think they're gonna adapt a lot of what they just learned
Yeah.
into Dark Souls 4. I think Dark Souls 4 you're gonna have a lot more open world like Elden Ring and stuff without needing like George Romero and all that nonsense.
Martin.
Or R.R. Martin, whatever. Stupid authors just blending together. Stupid Tolkien's. Anyway, I think that's why Namco's like looking back at it and they're like, let's remaster several games. Let's see what goes on. So they released Klonoa, and then they announced Pac-Man World Repack. So I originally thought that was just them repacking all three. I'm like, oh hell yeah. I had called that, and I'm awesome for it. No, they're doing an entire remake of the original game, which can warrant and bring back the remakes of the next two games, which I'm all about.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Actually.
I'm actually kind of excited about that. But I also think just porting the original three and up-resing them and kind of giving it some quality of life would actually have been just fine. That way I could play all three games without having to deal with it. Right, Chrome? Instead of giving me a digital code for the Tasmanian Tiger 2. But that was one of the ones I like to point out. That was kind of cements what I was thinking about, what Namco's doing. And I think Namco's really, like, I really hope there's some good luck with that, with either Pac-Man or Klonoa, because I would like to see more of that.
Yeah.
Like, I would like to see more, like, exploration from stuff. The other...
Don't you think that the classic stuff just does so well that they don't need to worry about making any new IPs? I'm pretty sure that's kind of why we haven't seen.
No, I actually think they kind of struggle a bit. I think Pac-Man Arcade helps them a lot. Mm-hmm. That they don't need to really put too much. But at the same time, I do think that they're looking at getting they want more growth. They've been doing well with toys and stuff like that because they have Bandai, but they really let's be honest, if you can make Pac-Man as popular as Dark Souls, wouldn't you try?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, wouldn't you want another successful franchise? So you're just like legacy series, you know what I mean?
Yeah, not
just you're known for Tekken and you're known for Dark Souls and that's it because your mascot's garbage now because you can't do anything right. You know. And then there's that small little niche market of Klonoa fans. They're like, you need to give me more Klonoa because that's such a great game. And then they're like, nobody really buys them. You know?
Please excuse my gameplay. It's so awful. The control feels so weird.
Stop apologizing. Cringe more.
Is it on a grid? It feels so fucking weird.
I think the first game was, to be perfectly honest. I don't know.
Well, I have it on PC too. It plays pretty well. I think that the controller's kind of funny. I kind of want to switch my controller to like the Pro controller or something, or the Xbox Pro controller.
No. But I think that's what Namco's doing. And the only other one that was kind of caught me by surprise was Square Enix's impulsory making everything an RPG and involving crystals for no particular reason whatsoever called Harvestella. Because everything needs to be centered around how Final Fantasy used to tell its stories. Mystical crystals. That's the story.
Oh my god. So
then they have crystal barrels and crap like that. But Harvestella looks like a crystal-infused harvest moon, which I think is hilarious. So I'm a fan of that. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I'm down to see what that looks like. I'm good with that. They actually even announced a Diofield Chronicles, like after the whole direct, which is like kind of like a weird Final Fantasy Tactics wannabe and stuff, which looks really good too. I would recommend people checking that out. They had a shit ton of like gameplay and stuff like that listed on their live stream and such. It's pricey. So. But yeah, that was my excitement about it. There wasn't, as far as overall though, I was content. Yeah. There was a lot of good ideas. The Persona 5, Persona 4, Persona 3 stuff came out. That was a cool shock, but it was one of those, it was about time.
Yeah.
You know, like just go ahead and just do it that way people. And I'm pretty sure the Atlas like annual survey, a lot of people were like, just port that motherfucker, god damn it.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's like a lot of licensing they had to go through too. So
Yeah, probably. Well, not necessarily licensing. Probably that they just
or exclusivity deals.
not necessarily exclusivity deals. It was whether or not Alice was able to like fundamentally actually port those games.
Okay.
Like porting Persona 5, yes. There's probably some fundamental abilities to do so. But then doing 4 and 3 in the backlog too, that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. So I'm impressed that when they finally got to there, they went above and beyond. So I'm stoked about that. But to do a small segue, because I thought this was kind of interesting, Lego finally learned to make stuff for adults for when it comes to Mario ones.
Titties.
Dude, Bowser doesn't have titties.
Bowsette set.
That's not even like licensable. It's not even official.
Wah, wah.
But yeah,
you guys jumped the gun. You guys ruined it for us. Right?
Couldn't just keep it low and let Nintendo decide on their own. Now you made it so popular that it's just gonna be bad. So,
but unfortunately, it's something that the legal stuff. The legal stuff of like whoever created her in the first place will probably get royalties. So Nintendo can't touch it anymore.
Yep. Congratulations.
Damn it.
Because they could sue for millions and millions, and you know it would happen.
No, I would never sue you.
No, he would.
I love that saying, though, yeah. No, I would never sue you.
I just want credit.
It's probably the last word.
I'll never sue you, man who sues him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's so they're doing a Bowser like full body like Bowser. It's huge too, 18 plus Lego set. So it's like really intricate. It doesn't interact with the little like digital toy one, which I think is the novelty's kind of neat. I just kind of wish that it had a lot more like landmass type of thing, like recreate like Mario 64 or something like that. That would be cool. But everything's kind of like these little boards, which I find absolutely boring. So this is more up my alley. It's pretty cool. I'm excited about it.
I want Gundams.
That's all I gotta say.
I want Gundams, right?
You always have. There's a sea of Gundams in this mausoleum right now. You guys do not get to see every day that I have to dig through to get to our microphones. It is insane. He still gets them. I don't know how he gets them. The thing's locked off in a steel door, in a steel stone door thing. I can't open it with my tiny green ass. How the hell is he bringing in toys that are corporeal?
Get good, scrub.
Fuck. Anyway. Yeah, that's the segue to that. But let's go ahead and talk about something a little more interesting that I thought was, like, the whole story behind is actually kind of crazy. The Amico, the Intellivision Amico. So, this past week, people didn't know what was going on. They actually, like, fired a bunch of people, let go a bunch of people, and then the trademark just collapsed and just went into abandonment. And then it's just apparently, from judging from this, it happened 2 days ago that they just rebooted it again. So the trademark, live and well.
So weird.
You know, the 4 people that are still working at the company still have their jobs. Everybody celebrate for the 4 people. Yay! Congratulations. But so that means the system's still kind of on board. But I gotta ask this: how many people are still excited about it? You know what I mean?
What's an Amico?
What's an Amico? Is that one of the? No, that's an Amiibo. What's a Wii U? Nobody knows about that at all. So, but yeah, an Amico is still alive and well. That just tells me that Earthworm Jim 4 is still in development to some stage at some level somewhere. So, I'm excited about that. Because it's Earthworm Jim, so, you know, I will buy that system for it. That's probably the only thing I buy it for. But we'll find out. Like, the games were also NFTs, physical NFTs.
Oh wow! Okay.
So you had you pick it up, you put it on the system, and it's like, oh yeah, you got that. So you download it, but the other guy that just gave you it can't play it on his anymore because they're like, we saw it on a different console. Shut the fuck up, you know?
Oh, okay.
So we will find out how that works out. I'm a little cautious about that, but I'll probably still buy the system for the novelty alone.
Yeah.
Like I'm probably not even gonna open it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I will buy it, but at the same time, I hope Earthworm Jim 4 gets ported. As long as this thing stays alive, it's enough that you can actually like get that game existing, and then when that game exists, it can get ported to save money and make money on other systems. So it will get ported to literally everything else.
No, we hate money.
No, shut up.
We hate money.
No, shut up. don't convince them that. That's the whole reason why Earthworm
Money
Jim 4
is
has not been.
good.
Money is delicious.
great.
Money buys happiness. Have you ever seen anybody frown on a skidoo? End my conversation right there. End point. So, what do you think of the Amico?
I can't. I don't remember what it is.
I am currently showing them pictures of it.
Oh, okay. 2 iPods.
Basically, 2 iPods, little touchscreen rotary button thing. It's confusing as hell. The novelty, I want to play it just on the novelty alone. I'm still waiting for KFC to make off that KF console thing. Like I want that console.
Are they going to do it?
They said they're going to. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is it, KFC? I kind of still want it.
Yeah, of course they give me a really expensive.
Of course. Get a game that... No. That's a weak gun. Feel shame. So, but yeah, the Amico, still a thing in existence apparently. Who knew? Maybe the other 4 people probably didn't even know. Like, half of the 4 people that are still working on the Amico still didn't know that was existing. Like, I didn't know what was going on, actually. I was sitting here picking my nose for the last 6 hours. So, but yeah, that's exciting for that. Anything else you wish to add?
I guess Halo's making whatchamacallit.
Oh
They're
they're working with modders right now, like a team at 434 numbers.
343 Studios.
Yeah, Numbers
Yeah.
Studios.
To unlock cut content.
To basically add cut contact back in with modders. Like it's kind of embarrassing.
Because what's wrong with Infinite? Shouldn't you guys be working on Infinite?
Well, I don't think the whole studio's working on the mod team. I'm pretty sure like it's like a skeleton crew, if anything. You know, but still, like it's kind of weird. It's weird. I don't know how to feel about it. That's kind of funny, though. They're like, we kind of want to work with somebody who actually works with us and actually knows the content because we sure as hell don't.
They're just gonna leak it all. Right?
They're gonna leak it all. The modders walk away with the fucking source code. That'd be hilarious. That'd be great.
So, come on, 343, work on what you already have.
Yeah, I don't think like their skeleton crew is going to like do much having them focus on Infinite either. Like it's one Infinite's at that point where if they add more people, it's not gonna like if you have 20 chefs on one pot of soup, it doesn't make the soup good immediately.
Yeah, true. But we're not making soup.
They are, obviously. Just a mishmash of weird content choices and decisions.
Why is my soup burnt? Why is my soup burnt?
Why did my soup just jump out of my bowl and splatter across the fucking McDonald's across the street?
It's
I don't
supposed to
like
be
this.
dead. Yeah. Kill my soup.
I pay you guys to kill my soup for me. It's why I come here. Fuck, man. So, right on. So, I think that's about it, really. Like, we had to cover a little bit of everything for the last 2 weeks. Seems like a good slow lull right now. Because it is summer. Everyone's hot and miserable and don't want to talk.
Everybody's waiting for Splatoon to come out.
Nobody's waiting for Splatoon to come out. Except for certain types of people on Twitter. We have wood chippers for you guys. Just saying. I know what you guys do.
What are you talking about? They hate the 2D stuff. But not Splatoon. Xenoblade's coming out.
Xenoblade's coming out. Klonoa just came out, so I'm actually going to be playing that after we done doing this recording. And go from there. So I would like to thank you guys all for listening. And if you like our content, feel free to share it. And we will see you on the other side.